What's up YouTube? I am back with another video. I told you I'm going to be consistent, so week 2 and a second video. So if you clicked on this video, then you obviously know what this video is about. We are going to talk about how I got sponsored by Alphalete and how you can get sponsored by a brand as well. So I actually already tried recording this video outside because my room is a mess right now. I actually have my sister coming over tomorrow to help me. I texted her, I was like, hey, are you busy Friday? I need your help. I'll pay you to help me come and clean my room because I just know it's going to take me forever to do it alone. And yeah, so I'm recording in this little corner over here so you can't see anything behind me because it's bad, okay? I just have been busy, and now that I finally have time, I need to just organize my clothes, and then my goal is to try to make this room into like my content room, which it already is my content room, but like fix it up nicer and put like shelves on the wall and stuff like that so I can have like a walk-in closet slash content room. Let's just get into this video. So we're going to be talking about how I got sponsored and how you can get sponsored as well with any brand. It doesn't have to be a fitness brand per se. It can just be any brand in general. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That way I also know what type of content you guys want to see, and if you have any questions or any video suggestions, then just leave it down in the comments below. So let's get into this video. Okay, so I did a little question box on my Instagram the other day so that you guys could ask me questions you guys had that were related to my sponsorship with Alphalete or just working with brands in general. So I'm going to answer these questions as well as tell you my story. The question is, how long have you been trying to work with Alphalete? So I started working with Alphalete. It's actually been a year now since I've gotten my first PR package or like sponsorship package with them. It was actually in May, and then I got a support code with them in October, and just recently they transitioned to a discount code. So if you shop on Alphalete, if you want to try their stuff out, anything you get from Alphalete, you can use my code. It's Viviana. I'll leave it up here on the top, and that will save you 10%. And if you do choose to use my code, I appreciate you so much, and thank you so much for supporting me. How long have I been trying to work with Alphalete? So I actually didn't even know how to work with brands at all. Like, I would just post my fitness content. I would just post inspiring, motivating you know, posts, progress pictures, that type of stuff. Like, to me, my main goal was just putting my journey out there, putting my story out there, and just hoping to be able to help anybody that came across my page, whether you were struggling, you know, with going to the gym and being consistent, starting at the gym, being nervous to start the gym. I was just posting content to help anybody I could. And in the beginning, you know, I obviously didn't have a lot of followers. It just was like, okay, if one person messaged me and they're like, oh my god, thank you so much for sharing, like, this motivates me so much to go to the gym, or because of you I started going to the gym and I feel comfortable and stuff like that. So just the fact that it was like one person messaging me and telling me that was like, okay, I have to keep going. Social media was a thing back then, and working with brands and being an influencer and all that stuff, it was a thing because I obviously followed, you know, influencers, fitness influencers, beauty influencers, content creators back then, but I don't think it was as big as it is now. I never knew what to do, and I feel like not a lot of people talked about how they became associated with brands or started working with brands and stuff like that. But to me, it was just like, okay, I'm just gonna post my fitness stuff. You know, I didn't really have a goal of working with a brand. So I used to wear Gymshark all the time. That was the only brand I would really purchase from because of Whitney Simmons and the KK Fit twins, and they were like one of the first girls that really inspired me to go to the gym. And obviously that was because I would always buy from Gymshark, so I would always see them on Gymshark's page. a few other influencers as well. Like, they weren't like the only ones, but there was a few other ones as well. But I remember always like watching their videos and stuff like that, especially with the KK Fit twins being very like, don't be afraid to lift heavy, you know. Like, I would see them lifting heavy and I was like, dude, I want to do that too, you know. It wasn't just like, oh, I want to be like, I want to look a certain way per se. Like, no, I want to feel strong. I want to be strong. I want to be able to lift heavy things. Because I feel like the fitness world, or fitness in general, honestly has changed so much from what it used to be in the past. From people just wanting to be like skinny, you know, and fit and stuff like that, to now it's like women want more than just to like look a certain way. They want to be strong. They want to feel strong, and like that type of stuff. So just posting whatever I wanted to post and whatever made me happy, and being genuine to myself. Well, after some time, I got a DM. I got a DM from Alphalete, and I was actually training a client, and I try not to be on my phone when I'm training my clients, obviously, because they're paying me for my time to be there and, you know, help them. I'm training them. I'm working. It's not professional to sit here and be on your phone, you know. This is not like, I'll occasionally look at my phone. A client, I just happened to look at my phone and I see a DM from Alphalete, and I was like, wait, what? Like, obviously I knew who Alphalete was. And I never had purchased from Alphalete just because I know that even now, like, their stuff is, you know, it's pretty pricey. So I was like, ooh, $70 for a pair of leggings. I was like, you know, no, it's fine. Versus getting from another brand that was a little bit cheaper, I would just go and buy from that other brand. So I had never tried Alphalete because of their price. And now I know, even though like the price is still relatively the same, but now I know the quality lives up to it. Like, why a pair of leggings is $70, why a pair of shorts are $50. Like, I understand, and I am willing to invest. Like, there are pieces that I go out of my way and I go and buy. I'm like, oh, I want that color. Like, oh, I really love this pair of leggings, you know, I want that color. And so now that I am sponsored with Alphalete and they do send me packages, if I really like an item, I will go and I will purchase it because I know that it is worth it. Yeah, they sent me a DM and I was like, no, like, this is a fake account. Like, it can't be real. It was like, why are they messaging me? And I think at this time I wasn't even at 10,000 followers yet. I was less than 10,000 followers on Instagram. I think my TikTok was doing pretty well. I think my TikTok was where I had a lot more followers. I don't really remember exactly how many followers. I was probably at 10,000, a little more than 10,000, and knew that like that was maybe why they reached out to me. Yeah, so I was training my client, and then I looked down at my phone and I see like I got a DM from Alphalete, and I was just like, no way. Like, there's a no way that this is Alphalete. Like this is really real, you know? So I was like training her or whatever. And then like in between, while she was like resting and she would like go on her phone, I was like, let me check, let me see if this is even a real account. I didn't want to say anything to anybody because I was just like, what if that's not even real, or like whatever. So I was like, I'm just like gonna check, and it was a real account. And then I started reading the message and I was like, okay, I'm gonna respond later because okay, I had to scroll through my Instagram, but I found it. Okay, this was May 12th, 2021. So it has been a full year since I have received my first package with Alphalete, but I did not have a support code when I first started. I think that was like a few months afterwards. But okay, so this was the message. Hi there, we saw your page and thought you'd be a great fit. Would you be interested in receiving a promo package of unreleased items for an upcoming clothing launch? If so, send over a good contact number for yourself. Our affiliate manager can set you up with a package. And I was just like, what? You know, like, huh? So obviously I messaged back and, you know, was like, thank you so much for reaching out and for this opportunity, and I gave them my contact number, and I was like, I'm so excited, I can't wait, because I was just like, is this real? I waited for them to reach out. So she reached out to me, sent me a message, asked me for all my information, obviously like sizing and stuff like that, and it was just very like, that was that, you know. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna receive a package from them, you know. And I honestly thought it was just gonna be like a one-time thing. Like, I used to do YouTube video review try-on hauls, not a lot honestly, but I would post like some stuff, and I also would post like my gym outfits and stuff like that, but very casual. Was never anything like very intentional, like targeted to a brand or to work with a brand in general. Like I said, I had no idea how to even go about that. I got my package, you know, I did a try on haul, I did a review, and I did a few TikTok transitions, and then from there it just kind of like continued. They're like, okay, like we're gonna send you, you know, another package and this and that. And I was just kind of like, okay. And like I never really asked, you know, like any questions. I just kind of like went with the flow of things, because I was like, I don't really know, like, do I ask? Like, you know, I didn't, and I'm shy, and I'm not one to really shoot my shot, which sometimes I know it is good to shoot your shot and ask questions, but I was just kind of like, no, like I don't want to do anything to like mess this up, you know. So I was like, let's just see where it goes and let's see what happens. Eventually, over time, she was like, hey, like if you would like, we can set you up with a support code or a link or followers can use. And I thought it was a discount code. I was like, oh, support code, discount code, like I didn't know the difference, you know. So I just ended up asking, you know, like, okay, like does this mean I can't work with other brands? Am I still able to work with other brands? Because at the time I had just started helping my friend who's a small business owner with her brand, and I would model for her and, you know, help promote her brand and stuff like that. So I was like, wait, does that mean I'm not going to be able to help her? You know, because I really wanted to continue helping her and help her grow her business and, like, you know, be able to like still do shoots for her and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, like you're not exclusive to Alphalete. Like, okay, cool. And not that I was like really targeting to work with any other brand specifically, because I was like, okay, Alphalete, like I'm good, you know. But I was like, I still want to be able to, you know, like help her out. So they were like, yeah, like you're not exclusive, so you are able to work with other brands. And fast forward to now, where like they flew me out to do a photo shoot with them, and I'm just like, dude, this is so crazy, you know. But to me, it's just being genuine, being yourself. People can tell, brands can tell when you're doing it for the wrong reasons, when you're doing it just to get free stuff, you know. Like if those are your intentions, then like it's not gonna work out with you. It's not gonna work out for you. And maybe it will work out for you, I don't know. But like brands can tell, like I can tell when someone's being genuine and when someone's not being genuine, and they can too, you know. Like another thing I would say is act as if you are already a part of the brand, you know. Show that you bring value to their brand, to their company. Don't just try to work with any and every brand. I feel like you truly have to love the brand yourself, you know. And if it's a brand that you've never tried, get a few products, see how you like it, you know. Like I wouldn't just say yes to the first opportunity that comes up, because if you truly do not, you know, love the brand yourself, your followers are gonna see that and they're not gonna support you, or they're gonna be like, oh my god, she said she loves it so much, but like I just got it and like I don't see why she loves it so much. And that was one thing I had to learn as well over time, you know, because to me, I'm very like, I'm an introvert at heart. First of all, I'm very shy. I've come out of my bubble a little bit, obviously, because of what I do. I'm a personal trainer and I'm on social media, so I have to get myself out of my comfort zone. I have to, you know, be a little more social. But I'm always like, oh, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to say that I don't love this, you know, or like talk bad about something per se. Let's just say like Alphalete, you know, something they send me and I'm like, oh, I don't exactly love it. But if I say I love it, like you guys are gonna know that, then you're not gonna trust me and what I'm saying and be like, oh, like she says she loves everything, but like no, everything like things that I've bought from because of her, like they're not even good. So like why am I gonna get it? And that's going to reflect, you know, like in people using your discount code or your support code, or like just following you in general, you know, liking your content. So I was just kind of like, okay, there's a fine line. Like obviously I'm not going to disrespect this brand. I'm not going to say like this is trash. Like I'm not going to do that to any brand, but I will say like, okay, like I don't like this about it. But if they know that it's not good and I'm saying like, oh yeah, it's the best thing in the world, they're going to be like, okay, that's a BS, you know. I've over time gotten the confidence to be like, okay, like yeah, this is not my favorite, and this is why. I'm not just saying like, oh, I don't like this, you know, just because I don't like it. Like I'm giving value to what I am saying to help the brand and to help the customer as well. Is what requirements did they have for you to partner with them? Example, specific height and petite. And I don't seem petite in my pictures because of the angle that I shoot. I shoot at a lower angle to help me look a little taller, look a normal height, because I'm 5 feet. So everybody always tells me stuff about my height. what does that have to do with anything? Like, and sometimes I see it as like, okay, like that gives her the confidence that, you know what, I might not be tall as these other girls, but she's my height. It like, you know, and give people that type of confidence. So sometimes I'm like, okay, like, yeah, like I got you, girl, like you don't have to be a certain height. And then sometimes you get like those backhanded compliments. I'm just kind of like, yeah, just because I'm short, that doesn't mean anything. Like, because I'm short, I'm not capable of certain things. Like, what? No, so there's no specific heights. Requirements, obviously, like they're sending me product to do reviews, to post on, you know, my social media accounts, which I upload my posts for them. I do my try on hauls, and that's not necessarily like them telling me and like micromanaging me to be like, oh, you didn't post this week, or oh, you didn't post this month. Like, they're not like that as a brand. Like, yes, they obviously do monitor because they're sending you free products. They don't micromanage, which is one thing that I absolutely love, because it doesn't stress me out, you know. Like, I wear Alphalete all the time because I love Alphalete, so it's really not hard for me to do content with Alphalete or for Alphalete because I literally wear it every single day. And that's why you want to love the brand, because it's like, if you're not even wearing it to the gym, if it's a piece of clothing and you're not even wearing it to the gym, if that's not something that you are like gravitating towards grabbing, then it's gonna make it that much harder. And I know that because I've done that before, where it's like, okay, I got these pair of leggings for this brand, they want me to post a TikTok for them in return. I'm like, okay, well, it's not gonna be a fitness or workout video TikTok because I'm gonna wear my Alphalete to the gym, you know. So then it just makes it that much harder. So that's why I'm saying work with the brand that you truly love, because it just makes it that much easier. As far as following, I don't even think that they have a requirement for following, because obviously I was not a big social media person. I did not have a big following and stuff. No really like strict requirements that I know of specifically, but this is like my perspective. You know, they might have a certain thing that they look for or that they want. And if you do want to know that, I would suggest you go watch Christian's YouTube video. He does have a video about, you know, what they look for. They kind of go a little in depth about that, so you should go watch the video. Look at his page, Christian Guzman. And if you don't know who Christian Guzman is and you're trying to work with Alphalete, I suggest you find out who he is. The question, because it's gonna be a super long video, but what is my favorite part about working with Alphalete? Okay, so one of my favorite parts is I obviously love the brand, how they are. So I went to Alphaland to do a campaign photo shoot with them, and I was so nervous. I went by myself. My boyfriend couldn't go with me to Texas. Going by myself, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know anybody here. Yeah, but I was like, okay, I'm not gonna like give myself more anxiety. I'm not gonna really think about it and stress about it a lot. I'm just gonna go and like, okay, we're just gonna do this. So I got there and I messaged the photo shoot coordinator, and she was so sweet. And she came out to meet me and was like, hi, you know, like gave me a hug, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, like nice to meet you. And I was just kind of like, okay, like just breathe, like you're fine. It made me feel so comfortable and so welcoming, and that to me is like also very important, and a reason why I really like, you know, like love working with Alphalete is now I have that experience that they're so nice and genuine and welcoming, that I really appreciate that, because I could have met them and they just could have been like super terrible people, and then that would have made me feel like, oh, I'm working with this brand and like the people behind the scenes are not like good people, like, huh, you know, like would have made me nervous to ever go back for another photo shoot. So and I also got to meet Christian Guzman. I didn't get to meet Heidi, which I kind of wanted to meet Heidi too, but it's okay, hopefully next time I'll be able to meet her. And he was so nice. He introduced himself to me, which again, like that's normal, right? Like you meet somebody, like you should introduce yourself, you know, like I introduce myself if I meet somebody new. And it's normal, but it's also so sad that sometimes people allow following, you know, once they start getting a lot of followers, they allow that to get to their heads, and they think that, you know, oh, I'm, you know, too good for you because you don't have a lot of followers or whatever. They become successful in their business, you know, and they start thinking like, oh, I'm better than you, like don't talk to me, you know, don't look at me. And obviously like he has a very successful company, and he could have easily like not even acknowledged me, like I don't know who she is, you know, whatever. But no, he introduced himself to me, and I was obviously like, okay, like I know you're Christian Guzman, like I know who you are, and I was just like, okay, like so nice to meet you, Viviana, you know. Also just what the brand stands for in general, the community, you know, that follows them. I feel like they have a good community of, I've never really heard drama with Alphalete unless I'm missing out on something. If I'm missing out on something, then update me, let me know. And obviously with any brand and like anybody in general, you know, like we're always growing and always changing, and I feel like that's also important. Variety of different ethnicities and people from different backgrounds and stuff like that, I think that's very important. And you know, in the beginning, like it might not be something a brand really like thinks about until like later down the line, and they're like, okay, like, you know, and then they start like recruiting more people and like representing everybody. The like, oh no, like we don't support that, you know, like this month for Pride Month, like they've posted, you know, like on their website they have that they support Pride, you know. So like their morals as a brand also I feel like is very important to me. And I feel like I said, unless I'm missing out on something, someone update me, but I feel like from what I know, you know, they are a good brand. Ways to work with brands, one, like brands can reach out to you, you can also reach out to brands. Me personally, I'm a shy person. Like I said, you know, if I shoot my shot, like that's really outside of my comfort zone, but that also works, you know, like reach out to brands and find out how you can work with them, you know, whether that's DMing their Instagram page or looking on their website and see if they have, you know, a point of contact for collaborations and stuff like that, for PR. Like reach out to them, do your research. There's a bunch of videos that I have seen like on TikTok or whatever, just going through my For You page, of girls that actually talk about like how to reach out to a brand, like what your email should say and stuff like that. So I would recommend like doing your research in that. Slowly, you know, I'm getting more into like social media and content creating, and I don't really like to use that word a lot, but essentially like that is what it is. And like I said, I feel like that influencer word has such a bad rep to it now, because people get all these followers and they think that they're a celebrity or something, you know, that they're better than all these other people. Like, no girl, like stay humble, like be true to yourself. I think that's pretty much it. If you are, you know, trying to work with Alphalete, work with a brand, goal, you know, to work with a brand, I would say do your research, look at what the brand represents and, you know, what type of content they create, their vibe, their aesthetic, and try to mimic that, show that on your page and stuff like that. But above all else, honestly, be true to who you are, be genuine to who you are. Post what makes you happy, do what makes you happy. So yeah, that is all that I have for you guys for today's video. So if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't find it helpful, let me know why you didn't find it helpful, or if there's anything that you want me to touch on a little more, or, you know, just let me know down in the comments below if you have anything to say, anything nice to say, or anything constructive criticism. You can leave it down in the comments below. But that is all. I will see you guys in next week's YouTube video. I'm not too sure what I'm going to be filming yet, so if you have any ideas, let me know. Obviously we'll figure it out, but yeah, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on my other socials, because I am pretty active on my other socials pretty much daily. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys have a great week.